Why is the drummer outside? That drummer is suspicious as hell.
Glad you made it. It'll give you a feel for how I am in action. You know, handling suspects,
Who is that?
sort of thing.
I'm sure it'll be invigorating. Who is this guy anyway?
Calls himself Crash. He's been an informant for us before, mostly helping us.
Yeah, like he has anything to do with it.
Trying to break into the territory. He's been staying invisible during these murders, but we picked him up this morning at Jackson Square pushing coke. He knows something. Call it detective's instinct.
Detective's instinct. Got it.
He knows nothing.
All right, Crash. I want to hear about these murders. Have you been present at the so-called voodoo ritual?
I don't know nothing. All right, I told you.
Come on now. You can tell me. Do you know anyone who's been to these rituals?
Look, I can't say nothing. You gotta let me go.
Relax. No one knows you're here. The men who picked you up...
The drummer knows.
Plain clothes. Like you could fool them. They know I'm here. They've got ears all over
Yeah,
the city.
the drummer is
They know
suspicious.
everything.
Who are they, Crash? Are they the ones doing the murder?
He's going to die, isn't he?
If you're so worried about being detained, start talking. You tell me what I want to hear.
Oh, there are
Maybe
several
I'll get
drummers.
you into
I
the
thought it was the
business.
same guy following me around.
You gotta earn it.
Witness protection? Are you crazy? Oh, don't make me laugh. Oh, Jesus, just let me out of here.
Oh, come on.
But they are
Who's
suspicious.
behind these murders, Crash? Why are the victims all members of the underworld?
Oh, they are?
By now they know I'm here. It's different when I'm supposed to come here. Oh, if I can send a message. Yeah. Tell him I didn't say nothing.
Christ, he's freaking useless. Just take him back to detaining, would you, Tony?
We can get the message out for you. If you give it.
I'll tell you, times like this, I'd kill for truth serum. Damn civil rights.
Can I quote you on that?
Huh? Hell no. Damn, we can only keep him for 24 hours. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna have to let him go. Sorry it wasn't more exciting. You know, for the book, I mean. Hey, maybe you could punch it up some. You know, what do they call that?
Fiction.
That's it.
It certainly is. I'll see what I can do.
Do I talk to him about this?
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Oh.
Are those new shoes? What are those, loafers? Kind of a mud brown suede kind of thing?
Hey, I'm on my feet all day, all right? Is that okay with you?
Mostly. I'm being perfectly sincere.
Yeah, you and my grandmother. Right.
Okay. Oh. So, everyone that died are like,
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Have a good one.
members of the underworld. So why would anyone want to kill them? Probably because they want power? Or because they are arguing with them? Hey, you. Think you're suspicious as fuck.
The drummer looks at Gabriel but says nothing in return.
Why are they also... I don't like him.
A drummer has decided to set up outside the police station.
Wait, are they communicating through drums? Wait. That's not what I want. I wanted to compare the code to the drumming, which doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. Anything here? Okay, we've already seen that.
If Gabriel wants to talk...
Okay, so I guess someday I'm not going to be allowed in.
That window leads to Mosley's office.
I swear, if they are using drums to communicate... That is pretty clever. So what can I do apart from the lecture? And it also said to go to the cemetery. Can I talk to, like, Dr. John?
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Can we ask him about the code?
Do these symbols mean anything to you?
No, they look like nonsense to me. Where did you get them, if I might inquire?
I saw them scribbled somewhere. Just graffiti, I guess.
I see. By the way, I forgot to warn you, Mr. Knight. The local
Okay, so he knows where it is.
Buggers, vandals.
Yeah.
I would avoid going there alone if I
So he knows perfectly well what it is.
Thanks for the advice.
Dr. John, you're a freaking liar. Don't appreciate it. Maybe you shouldn't be asking these things, but...
Does this pattern look familiar to you?
Where did you get that?
You do recognize it then?
I have never seen it before in my life.
Okay, he's
Sure
a
about this
member.
pattern?
I am sure, Mr. Knight.
He's involved in the murders. I guess that much is obvious now. How do we get the freaking snake?
Gabriel has no interest in the noisy fan at the moment.
Okay, so I guess we do that another time. Oh yeah, Mrs. No, Miss... No, Mrs. Kavanaugh. Is she, like, on the map, or do I still have to find out where she lives? Tulane University. Okay, I guess we'll get to the university.
It looks like the lecture is just starting.
Oh, perfect. We're on time.
Voodoo is the tribal religion of Africa, but the name Voodoo is actually a banner heading, under which resides an entire body of distinct tribal belief systems. The word voodoo may sound familiar to you. What is known in the States as voodoo is actually an amalgamation of African religious systems, voodoo, and European religions, primarily Catholicism. All of these subcults of African voodoo have certain things in common. The most important is the worship of a pantheon of spirits, instead of the single deity that the Christian and Muslim systems have. Some of these spirits are elementals. Some relate to specific tasks or places. Some represent important tribal leaders who have died. This spirit worship is what makes voodoo so easily adaptable. With all these spirits, it's no problem to add a few more. Say, for example, the Virgin Mary. At the height of tribal Africa, warfare was common. One tribe would conquer another, and the Loa, important in the conqueror's tribal system, would be adopted readily into the conquered tribe's Loa pantheon. In this way, many of the voodoo cults spread and mingled throughout tribal Africa, enriching the belief system and causing innumerable offshoots. The basis for the voodoo religion seems to be as old as man himself. It has much in common with many early pagan practices: animal totems, sympathetic magic, elemental spirits in the trees, the heavens, the bodies of the sick. Africa is believed by many to be the cradle of the human race. Some of the voodoo Loa may be as old as the Garden of Eden itself. We still can't explain some of the real power of these primal religions. And note, I said primal, not primitive. There are African Bokors who baffle our scientists with their supernatural powers. Now, let's discuss the elements of voodoo.
Fascinating guy.
In voodoo, the spirits are called the Loa. During a voodoo ceremony, celebrants are possessed by the Loa. This is called being ridden. The human worshipper is seen as a horse, and the Loa as the divine horseman.
Like
The person
possession.
being ridden by a Loa takes on the characteristics of that spirit and becomes, in effect, merely a vessel for the more powerful entity. Some of the older original Africa Loa include Dambala, the great serpent god, Ezuli, the mistress of love, Papa Nebo, or Gede. the Lord of
Getty.
Awe, the spirit of water. Legba, spirit of the crossroads. And the cruelest and most dangerous, Ogun Badagri, the Lord of Destruction.
Is that a half-naked cowboy and a horse?
Sleep at night.
Tribe-specific Loa can have as much or more power
Like
as
what?
the more widely worshipped Loa. For instance, a particular tribe might revere highly the Loa of an ancestor who was a legendary hunter or politician. Voodoo temples are called Houndfors. Their priests, Houngan or Bokors, their priestesses, Mama Loa. In a Voodoo Houndfor, there's a ritual circle marked by a center pole called a Poto Metan. During ritual,
Oh, like in the
initiates
museum.
dance under the supervision of a Bokor and a Mama Loa, or head priestess. The use of totems or animal masks and markings was not uncommon in the original African ceremonies. Now, though, all but the oldest sects have abandoned this practice. Ritual objects used during the conclaves included the ritual gourd, or asan, the ritual knife,
Oh, that one.
That knife gives me the chills.
the ritual whip, or fouetcache, and the ritual coffin, or seke madule. These items are often optional, called for by the Mama Loa for specific magical rituals. The Mama Loa is the most powerful figure.
Yeah,
in
Spirit
any
of a
voodoo
Crossroad,
sect.
yeah.
Voodoo is a truly matriarchal system. Even the Bokor knows his power is limited. The Mama Loa is the supreme woman. She goes out of her house at night, sees many things, and tries to get butterflies. And at night again, she sees other things, including fireflies.
Gabriel, pay attention. Oh my god, Gabriel. You piece of shit. Ah.
Gabriel?
Well,
What? Can't see.
Gabriel, get in.
Can't. It's too small for me.
You must get in, Gabriel.
It's not mine. Too small.
Hide, Gabriel, hide.
No! Let me out! Help!
Young man, the lecture is over.
oops.
Oh my god. Sorry.
I feel so bad for the professor. Hey, dude, have you seen this before?
Can you tell me anything about this?
Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Mind if I copy this?
Yeah, no problem. I hope you don't get
I'll be
killed.
right back.
He's going to get killed, is in the...
Here you go. You know, this is a fascinating veve. You must tell me all about its origin.
Well,
Actually, I was hoping you'd tell me. Can you figure out anything about it from the symbols?
Well, some. That's why I wanted a copy. I want to research the design myself.
Have you heard of the Voodoo Murders?
No, you're kidding. Really? Then the voodoo is authentic. The newspapers are wrong. Boy, are they wrong.
You think this Veve is authentic?
Authentic? Mr. Knight, that's like asking if the Mona Lisa is...
how can you
Tell you what,
figure?
I'll look into these symbols myself and see what I can learn about the sect that made this. I'll give you a call when I
He's
have more
going to
information.
die.
You are associated with the police, aren't you?
Yep.
Absolutely. But I'm undercover. You can contact me at St. George's Bookshop in the quarter.
All right. Now, I'd like to get started on this, if you don't mind.
I actually wanted to ask you some more questions. Do you know Voodoo Code as well? Probably not.
Can you tell me anything about this?
No, I've never seen those symbols. Therefore, they're probably meaningless.
Really? Are you sure?
I'm never wrong, Mr. Knight. Therefore, sure is not in my vocabulary.
Okay. You're helping me, but you're really pretentious. Little prick.
Are you a student?
No. My name is Knight. Gabriel
Oh my
Knight.
god.
Well, You've already interrupted and slept through my lecture, Mr. Knight. I hope you have something worthwhile to do here. If you figure it out, let me know.
Oh my god. Okay, what do you know about voodoo? Well, the entire lecture I just gave you.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
You already sat through my lecture on the subject, Mr. Knight. But perhaps next time you could stay awake and learn something.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Do you know what Caprice and Call means?
Cabrice and Cour? Yes, I do.
Haitian.
It's
Oh,
a
that makes
Haitian
sense.
term, I believe. It's French, and literally
Goat.
translates as
Oh.
goat without horns.
Without
As
horns?
in a female goat?
No, as in a human sacrifice.
Oh, because it's core.
Sacrifices in voodoo
Oh,
are
yeah,
usually
like that.
of animal variety. Chickens, bulls, goats. If the gods demand a goat without horns, it means a human being.
Okay, like that. So it means like a human sacrifice. Oh, I thought core was like incur. You know, like they just left the E and the U out. Oh, but it means horns, like a goat without horns. That makes sense.
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
I've read about them in the papers. I must admit to some interest. But according to the newspapers, the voodoo aspect is faked, so I haven't really pursued it. You know how Americans, especially Hollywood, treat voodoo. I'm sure there are many so-called practitioners out there that have no idea what they're doing or the power.
So this guy really believes that voodoo is real.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I find it interesting to see the occasional fragment of voodoo practices in the everyday culture of New Orleans.
Like
What else
what?
can you tell me about New Orleans?
The Catholic Church has always dominated in New Orleans, and its imagery in turn has dominated New Orleans voodoo.
What else can you tell me about New Orleans?
If there's more you wish to know, perhaps you should read my books.
What was his name again? Professor Hartridge?
Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm not a zoologist, Mr. Knight, but I know all I care to about reptiles.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
While I find the colloquial bastardizations of voodoo somewhat interesting, from a sheerly intellectual point of view, there's not a lot of relation between people like Laveau and true voodoo practices.
Okay, so basically she's not a real practitioner, I guess. So what else can I...
What was that translation for?
Oh.
It's French.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
As I said in my lecture,
Oh,
which I assume
oh my
you
gosh.
actually listened to, is that animal masks, totems, are used extensively in most African
Yeah,
voodoo
like
religions.
practitioners wear the masks, right?
Do you know anything about veves?
I told you I would research it, Mr. Knight. When I...
Okay, blah blah blah.
Tell me about Dambala.
Dambala is one of the major Rada Loa, also known as Dambala Wado.
No, rain
He is an
god.
ancient Dahomean rain
Oh,
god,
and snake.
often represented as a large boa constrictor. Dambala is the most powerful and most violent of the Rada Loa. The Rada Loa are typically benevolent, as opposed, say, to the Patro Loa. He is still worshipped heavily in Haiti. And when voodoo first started in New Orleans, the early conclaves were reportedly based on the worship of the great zombie, the great serpent, Dambala.
Oh, so I was wondering if zombie was the same as Dambala. I guess it is. So basically, Dambala is the worst of the good ones. Or something.
Tell me more about
I have extensive courses in the Loa running next semester.
I don't have time to wait until next semester. Like, I don't have the time for
Tell
that.
me about Ogun Badagri.
Ogun Badagri is one of the Patro Loa. The Patro Loa are much more violent than the Rada Loa. Some people believe the Patro Loa originated in Haiti, but I have found some evidence that the Patro Loa were African as well, though worshipped only by a small voodoo tribe, and a very bloody one.
So yeah, basically the other Loas, the good ones, well, good ones, they're probably like much smaller.
Tell me more
Not as
about
harmful.
Ogun Badagri.
He is a chief nasty, Mr. Knight. He is the spirit of war and destruction.
Kind of like the horseman of war. Kind of.
Tell me about yourself.
All right, Mr. Knight. I'm 35.
Why do I need to know this?
Professor at this university, as well as a fellow at Cambridge. My doctorate was obtained at Syracuse. Yes, Syracuse. In religious studies.
Okay.
I'm an agnostic, but I find human belief systems fascinating. I specialize in African religions because I grew up there.
Oh,
My father
that's
was
interesting.
a Protestant missionary. And I am heterosexual, when I practice sex at all, which isn't very often.
Why?
Any other questions?
Why do I need this?
No.
Fine.
Why would I need to know
Tell me
that?
about human sacrifice.
It's very rare. Most voodoo practices do not include human sacrifice as a matter of record, but it is theoretically possible, if that's what the gods demand. For example, one of the chants I had translated for me from a Haitian ritual went like this. Mistress Ezuli, come and aid us. If a cock is demanded, we will give it. If a bull will suffice, behold it. But if a goat without horns is required for sacrifice, oh, where will we find one? Ezuli is the gentlest of Loire, so they call on her for mercy. But I've seen grown and powerful Houngan tremble before possession by one of the more violent Loire, such as Papa Nebo. Clearly, they are afraid that something of the sort will be ordered, or that Loire will simply take it for themselves.
So wait, is the sacrifice the one that gets possessed?
Tell me more about human sacrifice.
Don't really get that.
On it. Most voodoo sects probably haven't seen a human sacrifice for several generations.
Well, apart from these cultists, I guess, who have had 7 of them. Do we chat?
Your lecture was terrific.
Oh, you think so? You were snoring so loud I didn't think you'd heard it.
Ouch. Gabriel, you're a bit of a prick, to be honest. What do we do with this info? So he'll look into that. I still don't know how to get to Miss Kazuno. Is it in the French Quarter? Did I miss it maybe? No. So what do I do with the phone book page? Kazunu A. Can I look her up? Do I have to do some research?
Hello, beautiful. It's me.
Oh yeah, she goes to the store,
Seeing
but
you is killing me.
and she has a little doggy. And she pretends to be Catholic, I think. Well, maybe it's just important. And I know first name starts with an A. That's about all I know. Apart from that she
What's up?
goes to the store. And she believes in voodoo and...
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
I have a pattern I need you to research.
Well, that's probably not really going to help.
How interesting. What is it?
It's a reconstruction of the tracings they found around the murder victims. The ones done in flour and blood.
Yuck. You shouldn't carry this kind of thing around. Who knows what these symbols mean?
Well, wear your evil banishing gloves if you want, but check it out for me, would you?
I'll see what I can find out.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nah.
I can't think of anything.
Okay, I'll talk to her later. Maybe I just go back to the store? They also have an animal mask at the store. I wonder if I can take that or buy it. He doesn't like me a lot, does he? Can I talk to him about her? Probably not.
Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Ask what you want. I answer what I want.
Okay, he doesn't like us.
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
Damballa is an African legend about a great serpent. Folklore, that's all.
Yeah, right.
Do you know anything about Veves?
Like the ones in the voodoo rituals they do for the tourists.
Right.
They curiosities, no? This
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting.
Okay, he's... Oh, Animal Mask. I want
Do you know
to...
anything about animal masks?
The only one left is Willie Jr. over there, the old crocodile. He's sort of a...
Can I have it?
Now, him.
About Willie Jr. Would you be willing to let him go?
Maybe.
We don't have cash.
$100.
100? You gotta be kidding.
Me and Willie Jr. are very close, no? I couldn't part with him for
Oh
less.
my god. I don't have that. I don't have that money. I'm poor. What does the sign say?
The sign says, Special St. John's Eve Lagnia. Free bottle of lover come back to me oil. Or master gambling oil with every purchase over $50.
Oh, we'll get that.
My French is lousy, but everyone in New Orleans knows what that means. A little something extra.
Basically, you know, something not so legal. Okay, but once we buy the mask, we'll get a bottle of whatever. Just need the cash for that. Which day was it?
The sign says the Overlook's closed for repairs until June
So the
21st.
20th. So, let's go to the cathedral. Like, I think we have to do something in the graveyard, but I don't know what. Confessional?
Curtain confessionals are a subtle...
Okay, I've already heard that.
Someone is in that confessional.
There's always someone in there. Hi, Midnight Pearl, welcome to the stream. I'm playing some Gabriel Knight. I'm on the 3rd day, I think? Yeah. Oh wait, are we pretending to be a priest? Oh my god, are we pretending to be a priest?
A meshed window provides access to the confessional from the priest's booth.
I think I'm in the part where the priest normally is, right? Confess thy sins. Oh, wait, I guess I'm the
May I
one.
help you, my child?
Damn it! I thought I was the one. Can I ask you some
Can I
questions?
ask you a few questions?
The confessional is not the best place for interviews, son. You can contact the parish offices if you need private counsel.
Okay,
I
dude.
understand. Thanks, Father.
But I
Is there
also...
anything else?
Can I have a blessing?
Could you give me a blessing?
Do you feel the need for a blessing?
Yes.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
All right, if it will comfort you.
Thank
The
you.
priest blesses Gabriel
Aw.
through the confessional window.
Peace
Thanks.
be with you, son.
Thank you, Father.
Is there anything else?
Yes, I want to confess something.
I'd like to make a confession.
All right.
I don't know what I'm
It'll
doing.
make you feel better.
Oh. No. No, for all apology.
I've had impure thoughts about a woman I met.
Impure thoughts? You mean thoughts of sexual relations?
Yeah.
You could say that, but worse than what you mean.
Worse? You mean extreme sexual relations?
Well, not involving animals or anything.
Oh, well. Perhaps we should just leave it at that. Pray for forgiveness and say 10 rosaries.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
Yes.
I've done some pretty rotten things to my friend Mosley.
Rotten? What do you mean?
Practical jokes, insults, among other things.
I see. Are you sorry?
Well,
I don't think we
Pray
did
for
anything
forgiveness and
wrong.
Say 3 rosaries.
I mean, we stole a
Is there
badge.
anything else?
We don't pay our assistant because we're poor. We're apparently a selfish person,
I
which,
haven't
I
paid
mean,
my assistant for 3 months.
Have you had the money?
no.
Nope.
Sounds like a matter for the courts, son, not the church. Is there anything else?
Some people say I'm a selfish person, Father.
We can always strive to improve ourselves.
At least we haven't killed
Habits
anyone.
can be broken.
Yes. Thank you, Father.
This
Is
priest.
there anything else?
This priest must be like, what the hell is this guy doing here?
I've had a lot of women, Father.
A lot? More than 10?
Yes, Father.
More than 20?
Yes, Father.
More than 40?
Yes, Father.
Son, I don't think this is a matter for a priest. I think you need a good therapist.
Oh
If
my
you're
god.
counting therapist, then I'm up to at least, let's see, count the 1 and, this might take a while.
My son, I'm afraid my lunch break is coming on about now. Pray for forgiveness and say 20 rosaries. On second thought, when you finish the math, say that many rosaries.
Gabriel hears him leave the confessional.
I should probably add 1 more rosary for that while I'm at it. I've been a bad
So
boy.
basically we chased away the priest. So now we can go to the other part, right? Now we can play the priest. Right?
Someone is in that confessional.
But that's not true.
Gabriel will have to wait.
Oh wait, this is the priest confessional.
I've always wondered how the other half lives.
Is Madame Casino in the other part? Madame Casino, I need your address. Can you give it to me?
The priest's side of the confessional is made of well-oiled wood.
No, I guess I have
There's
to.
also a box under the shelf on this side.
Can I have the box? No.
The priest's side of the confessional is made of well-oiled wood. There's also a box under the shelf on this side.
Well, yeah, I wanna pretend I'm a... Yeah, I wanna pretend I'm a priest.
He hears someone enter and kneel down.
Oh my
on the
god,
other
this
side.
is what we need to...
I'd like to make a confession.
Who the fuck are you? Are you sure about that?
Go on, my son.
I've recently come into a large sum of money.
I don't really see a problem with that.
It's not that. It's how I got it. I literally found a suitcase of money. So I picked it up and took it instead of telling the police or trying to find who it belonged
That's a
to.
sin. Invest in a local business. Give it up to charity. Oh, that's no reason to feel good. Give it up to charity.
Give it up to charity.
Of course.
To charity?
Now that I
Are we-
think of that. Thanks, Father.
Why are we
The
sounding
man leaves
Irish?
The confessional.
Now I can say I did one good deed today.
Like, oh, I should have said invest in a local business. Hi, Mr. Dropfoot. I should have said invest in a local business.
He hears someone enter and kneel down on the other side.
Why am I doing this?
Mercy, Father, for I have sinned.
What?
Go on.
I've had impure thoughts.
Oh, that's
about
okay.
men, Father.
Which one? Surely it can't be that bad.
Surely it can't be all that bad.
Oh, it is, Father. No, I can't say that to a priest.
Why do
Don't
we...
worry about that, sweetheart. You say whatever you need to. In detail.
Oh yeah, keeping the
You
money, yeah.
sound like a priest.
But how can you cleanse your mind unless you fully express your sins, my child?
Aren't you just supposed to tell me to say rosaries or something?
That's the
Get
part
to
that...
But first,
No offense, Father, but I think I'll try another confessional.
The young woman leaves the confessional.
Well, I mean...
Gabriel's calling is decidedly not hearing confessions. Not in a church, anyway.
Oh, I was having fun. Oh. Okay. Are you sure?
Gabriel's calling.
Damn it. I thought maybe Madame Casino would be here or something. So who's in here?
Curtain confessionals are... Someone is in that confessional. Gabriel will have to wait.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk to this person, but I can't enter there, right? Oops.
The priest's side of the confessional is made of well-oiled wood.
Oh. Oh.
Inside the box, Gabriel finds a priest
Oh,
collar
no, we need
and
that.
some oil used for blessing.
What is this game about? We're a writer who's not very successful, and we're trying to research for our book on a string of murders that is based on voodoo practices. So basically we're doing all sorts of stuff that we shouldn't be doing.
This collar will come in handy.
Because we're trying to solve the murders, I guess, kinda. Let's take the oil
That
too.
oil is for holy purposes.
What?
Not the sort of thing Gabriel would want to use it for.
Ouch! That is not very
Inside the
fair.
box is some oil used for blessing.
So yeah, basically I guess we're trying to solve the murders. We're also impersonating a priest because I guess we wanna talk to Miss Casino, who I don't know where she lives because I don't know where to find her address. So I thought I would see her in the church, but... So we have a priest collar because I guess we need to impersonate a priest some more.
A sign on the front door.
Okay, so that's June 22nd. Do I have to go to the graveyard? Oh my god. Well, I have her phone number, so I'm not sure how I use that to get her address. Oh my.
Malia?
Mr. Knight, what are you doing here?
Nothing special.
My family's tomb is here.
Mine too.
Unnoticed. Subtle.
Well, Mr. Knight, if there's nothing else.
Don't go. I need to talk.
That's
whatever for.
Kinda.
I can't stop thinking about you.
Almost
I've been in
assault.
your thoughts too. I can see it in your eyes.
Mr. Knight.
Oh, you can talk to the graveyard watcher. Oh.
I'm not in a position to get involved.
I've said that a million times myself, but this is different. I think we both know we can't fight it. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this.
I have
Gabriel.
so many obligations. My family is very traditional. You wouldn't understand.
Traditional in
Hey, I
voodoo?
love tradition. I've seen Fiddler on the Roof 100 times.
Oh my god.
This isn't a musical, Mr. Knight. We live in different worlds.
Look,
Yeah,
I
but she
know
doesn't
you're
want to
born
talk
with
to
a
us.
God. Do you think I care? Do you think that's why I'm saying this?
No, I don't.
Why don't you come see my world? I've got a little bookshop, St. George's on Burgle.
I know.
See, I knew it. You're crazy about me too.
Gabriel, don't touch her.
Please. My world isn't so bad.
I'm sorry, but there's no place for someone like you in my life. Not now, not ever.
She likes us. Yeah, you go waggle
Damn it.
over there. I guess that was something we had to do. Well, that's not going to work. I guess I'll talk to the graveyard watcher in a little
The
bit.
tomb door is securely shut against the material world.
Yeah, there's going to be some hidden lever or something.
An angel draped dramatically over a stone plinth marks the entrance to a large tomb.
Okay, let's talk to the guy. Wait. Which way do I go? Let's go to the entrance. Would he maybe know, Madame Casanova? I don't think he likes me though. The graveyard. Yeah, the graveyard.
Mind if I pick your brain a minute?
Go ahead. These folks ain't in no hurry.
I mean, he's right about that. Oh, what a majestic beard. Okay.
Can you tell me about voodoo?
They say it was part of an old religion from Africa, brought here by slaves.
Yeah.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Isn't it just awful? Them finding old bodies with the voodoo things around them. I don't think there's any real voodoo going on. Somebody trying to cover their tracks is all.
Perhaps.
What can you tell me about Narlins?
Seem like everyone wants to visit Narlins at least once in their lives. And they love the cemetery tours. I see tourists in here every day of the year.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Sure. She was the voodoo queen of Narlins. A powerful voodooian and a powerful sorceress. Believers still come to her tomb, you know. They write secret marks on the walls, leave offerings. Then there's the tourists. They come out of curiosity. As a matter of fact, that big Dr. John fella from that voodoo museum, he's here at least once a day. But Marie Laveau's tomb isn't the only one the believers visit and make markings and leave offerings at.
Oh, what?
You said there were other mock tombs?
Yep. I've seen bull hearts left on tombs and a nest of vulture feathers, fleets of peas and congreve, animal parts, human parts even, it looked like. Male parts, if you get my meaning. This is one of the great family crypts, mind you. Odd how them types just pick a spot and stick to it.
Yeah, but can you tell me which ones? Apparently not.
Tell me something about St. Louis Cemetery, number 1.
You know why the dead are buried in tombs and not in the ground, don't you? The water table's too high. Them coffins will float right out of their grave. Ha! Them dead will go floating right down into the Dakota. Of course, if it were Mardi Gras, nobody would notice. It's a historical place. People buried in here from the Civil War. Back further, too. Take a look around. You'll see.
St. John's Eve?
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
Well, St. John the Baptist is the patron saint of voodoo. Sometimes we get weird goings-on in the cemetery on that night. More often on a few nights before. People taking grave dirt, bones...
Yeah, to make like...
Pretty disgusting.
Don't know what they do with them, but it can
like
be
boxes with like... Well, I'm not sure if it's offerings that they do, but... You know, boxes with stuff. Voodoo. So, other marked tombs. Which ones? Do I have to look at all of them?
Narlins is famous for its above ground.
No way. Something might answer.
Maybe I just go through the graveyard? Maybe the Getty tomb has a lot of markings on it.
The imposing tomb is elaborately labeled Getty.
Don't really see anything. Can I go further there?
I don't need to go visit the family tomb today.
Right. Oh, okay, I guess that's...
With a few exceptions, these tombs are all beginning to look alike. With a few exceptions.
So we're not going to that side of the graveyard, I guess.
The name Ross is inscribed on this old tomb.
My family's tomb is down that way, past the Ross tomb.
Why aren't we going
I
there?
don't need to go visit the family tomb today.
Gabriel, I want you to visit the family tomb. Let's have a look at the offerings.
Food, trinkets, And more unsettling things have been left at Marie Laveau's tomb as offerings from believers.
Can I take
No
something?
thanks.
So what did that give us? Apart from the fact that there are lots of marks all over the tombs that we're not looking at. Like, it's probably code language for, I don't know, secret meeting places or something.